Heated the podcast.
Welcome back to Heated the Podcast. You are now tuning in with Nick,
Greg,
Cody,
and Brent.
And today we are talking about all things streaming services, whether it be sports, movie platforms, whatever, podcasts, listening places. We're going to talk about that. So cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Got a little fire skulls and money from the old toppling Goliath.
That sounds good as hell. Never heard of it before, but
it's a hazy, courtesy of the Growler guys.
Boom. Straight plug. Minute and a half in.
Product placement.
I like this guy.
Give him 30 seconds. He's already talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, so today we're
White
having...
Claw, brought to you by Cody.
Yeah,
there you
another
go.
White
my
Claw.
plug.
Ain't no laws. So we're having more guests on the show. We got my two brothers on here. We're going to let them get into their intros, whoever wants to go first.
All right.
Go for it, Greg.
I'm Greg. I am the eldest brother HAUGEN, or at least I was for the longest time, until some recent developments, and I guess that might be a topic for a different podcast, but I am Greg. I taught these kids everything they know, except for all the bad habits. And, I don't know what else you want to know.
But, I mean, you live in Wisconsin.
You could plug Growler guys now.
Yeah, I live in Wisconsin. I am the co-owner of a tap room that features tons of great beer from around the world. I also work for a software company, so I've got a little bit of lots of irons in the fire, I suppose you could say.
Sick.
Right
Cool.
on. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Know what?
That he worked for a software company too.
You just thought he owned Growler guys and that was
I
it?
thought so. I was like, fucking that rips.
It's a cash cow.
All right, Cody.
Yeah, I'm Cody. I am the middle brother, and now, like Greg mentioned, topic for another day, but moved down a peg or two, and work at a company called Sport Radar. Live in Plymouth, Minnesota, so just outside Minneapolis, about 20 minutes. And that's like to do a lot of different things, but enjoy joining the podcast.
Woo.
Ready to get it going.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Packers gear today because we're recording on Draft Day 2020, and as Greg was just saying before we jumped on, is that this is the first sports thing that's happened in like 3 months that we can all enjoy, and we're doing a podcast and missing it. So,
Dude, I bet their ratings right now are through the roof.
oh, dude, their ratings are incredible.
Yeah, and the draft's just always so boring, but it's the only thing happening, so everyone's tuned in right now.
No way, man. Last year, I think it was Indianapolis, they had like 150,000 people outside. It was an event. It was supposed to be in Vegas this year.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
true.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been like off the charts this year if they actually would have been able to do it, but instead everybody's hunkered down in their basement and... Oh, I didn't mean to pick that guy. My connection, it's like a fantasy football draft. All for the
Greg, it was supposed to be in the Bellagio fountains. That's where the stage was going to be. How more out of the world than you get for Vegas, like with the fountains shooting up as the players back then.
Yeah,
well,
Vegas
doing Vegas, right?
They were going to bring the players in on boats, like to the stage.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And instead, they get their day in the sunshine and then might not play till next year.
Yeah. For real.
Seriously.
Yeah, so thanks for joining on the day that we have something actually to watch on TV, and now we're all talking to each other.
Oh, well, thanks, Obama.
Yeah, hurry it up, dude. I got shit to do.
Yeah, so we're talking about all things streaming services. So whatever gets us the most heated about streaming services as far as they come. Brent, do you want to go first?
Oh, I'll fucking give her, bud. And I think what I have to say is that it's like, so you know how Netflix has their top 10 list right now of like what's being watched?
Super hot.
Oh yeah, dude, that shit pisses me off because it's like, if I don't watch it, I feel like I'm not in the know. So like, perfect fucking example is that stupid ass Tiger King show. That thing comes out and like that fucking day it hits number 1. Everyone's talking about it because we're all fucking locked inside just watching a bunch of bullshit. So I'm like, okay,
Yep.
now I have to watch this thing to see what everyone's talking about. And I fucking hated the show the whole time, but still watched every episode.
Well,
I only
it's
watched
about-
the first 2, and then I just figured that I could kill brain cells in a better way, shape, or form.
Oh, dude, I respect you so much for that. Because I'm the dude who sits down, gets through 2 episodes. I'm like, wow, this show actually sucks ass. On to the 3rd episode.
Brent, I start all my shows, but then my OCD kicks in.
Mhm.
I'm like, well, shit, I watched 3 episodes. I got to see this through. And
Yep.
it could be 4, 5, 6 seasons long, and I'm pot committed. And my OCD will drive me crazy if I don't finish it, even if it is absolute horseshit.
Right.
And so with Tiger King, perfect example, watch this season, and then they came out with that reunion episode like 2 weeks later. And fuck me, I watched it.
I actually haven't watched that one yet.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't stop myself.
Yeah, I know. It was just like, my girlfriend Amanda described it in the best way. She's like, it's a train wreck that you can't look away from. It's exactly what it is.
Train wreck, meth, tigers, guns,
Bullets.
a little bit of homosexuality. You know,
Yeah,
it's got something for everybody.
It's
It's the modern day View.
That
two,
it is.
two straight guys that go gay for a little bit.
Fucking presidential elections, being mayor elections, like damn.
Yikes!
Nothing like butt sex to grab them eyeballs.
You sound like you're speaking from experience or something.
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother.
Damn.
I don't think I was streaming that one, so otherwise I get me heated.
Or a couple more likes,
Damn.
a couple more subscribe buttons, maybe.
2 thumbs up, Ebert's ass. I mean, come on, the guy's dead. Have some respect.
Damn.
The thing that gets me the most heated, though, probably about the streaming services is the fact, like, when they have a series of movies on there, they'll only have, like, 1 and then 3, and 2 won't be on there. So you got to go find number 2 somewhere else. Or how entitled all of these streaming services think they are because they're holding out from the other ones. Like, oh, we have 1 and 2, so we're not going to sell those back to Disney Plus, so they have to just have 3 until our contract's up. Meh.
Yeah. Like,
I mean that was. Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
I was just gonna say that was one of my points pre going into this was just how fragmented everything is. Now, everyone needs their own streaming services. You got, Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, Twitch, Disney, the list goes on, and it's fragmented as fuck. It's just everything's everywhere and nothing's anywhere at the same time. And it's the biggest thing that, shout out to my fiance Megan. She contributed is like she can't find season 4 of Blacklist or whatever she was watching on Amazon, so she had to buy it because it wasn't on there, but they had the rest of the seasons. It's like, I'm already paying for Amazon, you
Right?
rich assholes. God, get off your fucking gold crown, Bezos.
For real, you guys
Calm
fucking
down.
make enough.
Amazon's
Dude,
king, dude.
you're already Yeah, you're already charging me over $100 a year for Amazon Prime. Now you're charging me $12 for a season of freaking 24 that happened 17 years ago. Get the fuck out of here, asshole.
Kiefer is the king of the intense whisper, though. I mean, there's
Totally.
no doubt about it.
I don't think that dude says a word in that show that he's not screaming.
No, it's the whisper.
Yeah, he's like always undercover. Get there now. We need to infiltrate. That's his go-to.
So Cody,
Yeah,
was that yours, Cody, that got you most heated, or do you just want to go ahead?
I got so
I got
much
shit for
you, man.
days, baby.
I got notes for days.
All right,
How
well,
much
why don't you go
time you
ahead?
got?
Now. What's our cutoff here? No, so yeah, I mean, I was going to college at the time that streaming sports, streaming TV shows was a thing, and in college you obviously have $0, so you don't have cable, and so cut the cord because you have to, and then really discovered myself in a new way. Wink, wink. And so yeah, I've been streaming sports on my computer the right way, the wrong way. We'll maybe get into that. TV shows. I know how to stream movies that are still in the theaters. So yeah, I mean, the first point, yeah, it's fragmented. There's everything everywhere and nothing anywhere. And then yeah, I got each platform. If you want me to go into just some high hitters, Netflix, get off your high horse. Everyone's paying you $9.99, even if I'm sharing it. Come on, dude. Let more than 4 screens on there, you bitches.
That's like $14.99 now. I just upgraded to the $12.99 for 2 screens.
One
and
HD
Ultra
screen is $7.99.
Right. No,
That's what I
and
was
it's not
just
HD. That's standard.
Is it?
Believe me, I literally just did this. The 4-year-old was watching something on the iPad, and we couldn't watch what we were gonna watch. So
Yeah. And yeah, they got me for another $3.99 because of 4K. And I was like, well, I got a 4K TV, so shit, you might as well plug in the 2, otherwise you're not maximizing either one.
Yeah.
So
and yet, if it's not recorded in 4K, you really truly aren't getting 4K.
True.
Yeah.
I will say the one defense, I know this is heated about streaming, the one defense for Netflix is all of the Netflix originals are Ultra HD, and also their other content is pushed to be recorded. They actually push their content, whatever, to be recorded. So Netflix, anything pushed out by Netflix so it's worth the money a little bit. But and then the other thing on Netflix, like, are you still watching? Come on, motherfuckers. I mean, yes,
course
I'm
I'm
watching.
Oh, dude.
Like,
I was going to bring that up.
Dude, oh well, sorry, man.
you're good.
Are you still watching? Of course I'm watching. Like,
Well,
why?
No, because sometimes you fall asleep, and then it's like, oh, I watched 3 episodes. Well, which one was I actually watching? It just played for 3 hours, while I was snoozing.
Okay, fine. Have the continue watching on at 3 a.m., not 3 p.m. during the day when I haven't turned my Xbox on.
Nice.
Set some
Dude,
time zone
that's a
preferences
million-
here.
What about those third
$1
shift
million
workers,
idea.
Nick?
Oh.
Then they can click the button that they're still watching.
Yeah.
I mean,
they
let's
can
just
click
get
it.
super creepy, and it'd know if my eyelids were open or closed.
All right, well. Yeah.
So
Yeah, because
so
that thing
so-
pops up and then you feel like a piece of shit if you're watching 5 episodes in a row. Netflix is calling you a fat bitch. It's like, yeah, dude, I'm still I'm still eating my Cheetos watching this shit, dude.
Is that like a digital intervention? Like, hey,
Yeah,
I
right?
really need to watch another episode of The Good Girls.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to watch another one?
It pops up. It pops up. No, you actually need some help.
Right.
I'm in quarantine,
Yeah,
bitch. I don't have anything else
right.
to do.
I mean, that for right now, that feature definitely should be done away with. It's just
Yeah.
like we realize that you are locked in your house with nothing to do. Are you still
It's
watching?
the only
You should just
thing.
pop up and be like, gotcha. We know you're still watching. You got nothing else to do.
And then auto plays right afterwards.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh man.
What else
So-
you got going?
Automatically
then-
goes to Tiger King.
It goes right into the reunion tour episode.
Oh man.
But yeah, in honor of sports, that I'll wrap up my section with saying that. So streaming sports, beautiful in the sense that there's people out there doing God's work, because obviously with sports nowadays, they're just as fragmented as your movies and TV shows. Amazon Prime bids $1 billion for Thursday Night Football access, and you can only get it there. If other people do the same thing. So sports, there's people out there doing God's work, but it is so delayed that you go 30 seconds to maybe a minute to maybe even longer. And the biggest thing there is you got assholes somehow, sometimes like me, because now as much as I started this little rant saying I cut the cord, I've reconnected the cord. The umbilical cord is connected again, and I have cable and other streaming services. But yeah, I guess apparently. And take that, Corona. Still afford my streaming services and my cable. But yeah, sorry, Corona, you can't affect that. But no, is the biggest delay in streaming services. So yeah, I mean, I have a constant group text with my buddies, and anything on football, anything on Sunday, it's like it happens 30 seconds, a minute, I'll get this text, and then I see it on the Red Zone streaming channel, and booze me, I guess. But yeah, that's my rant.
Yeah, you can be talking with people who are watching it on either like if they're at the game, they have it even before the cable company does, and it gets fucking blown to your TV.
That's true money bags. If you can afford a ticket, come on, you can get the hell out.
You just got crossed off the text list.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I text with my buddies during games all the time, and it's like they'll say something, and if I don't get the game, I don't get any Bear games here in San Diego, so I'm streaming those. I get the actual feed 2 minutes later. I already know what the fuck happened.
What a shame.
It is a shame, dude.
Is that even a game when the Bears
I can't watch my L's anymore.
Well, I mean, thank goodness that Trubisky has at least given us the measurement for how far away to stand from people.
That
10
is true.
feet is how far Trubisky misses by each time.
Well, and with
not
Brent,
the first one to make that joke. I understand.
with Brent too, like I stream a lot of the games to catch like the Midwest games or whatever, and Brent literally will not watch a game with me because it will be a minute or 2 minutes behind, and we'll get the ESPN updates, and it'll be just like, oh well, I already knew that 3 minutes ago. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they expect you to throw your phone in the ocean and then watch a stream. But no, and the thing is it's not even. I mean, I was specifically talking about illegal streams, but you could be streaming and actually fucking paying for something that doesn't even get you to even near real time. They're still 30 seconds and 45 seconds behind. I mean, you could watch it on ESPN or whatever the hell you used, DAZN or whatever. That's actually a paid service, and their delivery is still delayed. I mean, obviously, I understand it's got to go to the moon and back, but I mean, come on,
But
it's the
hurry it
21st
up a
century.
little bit, you know?
It's got to go to space and back.
What'd you say,
I
Brent?
mean,
Nothing.
All right, Greg, before you get started, I'm going to cut this off and then just restart this again. We have like 2:45 left, so I'm just going to restart it.
Quick smoke.
4 to 5.
Yeah.
Same number and everything.
Come on, dude.
I know Cody
wanted to
wants
smoke
one.
too. I wanted to smoke too. I thought, well, that was going to be my game plan was 40, smoke, 40. You know, it's kind of
so
like
that-
you put two 25s on,
Ooh.
you fucking pump her, and then you pump some 10s, and then you're like, I'll pump it again. You know,
That's fine. I still
except
got
this is
fucking nudes to eat, so what else?
All right. Well, I hope you
Send
he's
guys.
got
nudes.
nudes to eat and nudes
Send
to eat.
I hope you guys
Send
know
me
that's
nudes.
all staying in there, Cody.
Thank God.
6.5 hours later.
Both Greg and Cody have had a wardrobe change.
No, no. I just put on a sweatshirt to go outside.
All right, Cody, show us
I
your
put
freaking
on,
I
wardrobe
had to
change.
fly the dub.
When you're drinking claws.
You know it, baby. Cheers.
And to Cody's defense, I don't know if we said this while we were recording yet or not, but he was one of the flagship White Claw people out there in the world. Like, I didn't even know what a hard seltzer was, and Cody was like, you have to try this shit. It's so good. I'm like, dude, I don't know what that is, but I don't like seltzer water, so I'm not going to drink that. And then I started to like seltzer water, and then I started shotgunning White Claws, so...
Shotgunning White Claws, dude. That is hardcore as fuck.
No,
Dude,
it
that
doesn't.
burns the esophagus. Fucking just acid reflux. Maybe it's just I'm a year older than Nick, so my liver is one more year tainted. But jeez, that is straight.
Brent's seeing it in the flesh.
In the
Yikes.
aluminum.
Not something I'm proud of.
Yeah, shout out to the dog. That's my bar that I'll take you guys to when you come visit. Free pool.
September.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, it's a Detroit Lions bar, probably the only one in the world.
Yep.
No, there's got to be a couple in Detroit. I mean, come on.
Maybe one or two.
Yeah, it's called
Give
the
us
State.
No, those bars are Pistons bars for sure. Or Tigers bars. They're definitely not Lions bars.
All right, Greg. So, what gets you heated the most about streaming services?
Well, so I mean, one that I got to point out, and so me being a frugal adult with kids of the group, I did cut the cord finally and went to a streaming service. But then it's like, as Cody mentioned, then you want this one service because they have one thing, and then you got to have this other one, and then you got to get HBO Go, then you got to get, and now like the kid, you got to have Noggin. That's all the Nickelodeon stuff, and then he's in the bedroom, and now that we're locked down in isolation, I still got to work. I'm working from home, so it's like, all right, kid, go watch a show. All of a sudden, he's racked up $38 in charges. For like six shows, and I'm like, all right, the remote now goes up by the TV, which is mounted above the dresser. So we're learning about responsibility and trust issues. Sometimes I let the remote come down and he gets to control it. But so right on that same vein is the fact that it's the free trial. But wait, what's your credit card number?
Yeah.
Because in 30 days, we're going to no lose. It's coming at you. You're going to see this like, hey, what's this weird, bill? And then they try and hide it. It's like, Disney Plus is, hidden it anyways. But it's like, so now after I cut the cord with this $110 bill, and some people are paying much more than that, obviously. Now all of a sudden it's, we cut it down to 55. We're saving, half that. And then it's like, but $7.99. Then $9.99 went to $12.99 for Netflix for the two screens, as I mentioned. Then you want the 4K. Then it's Disney Plus, and then it's Noggin, and like these kids shows. It's like, for real, $4.99 a month? Are you kidding me?
And how many
Isn't that
shows?
supposed to be educational?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
it's supposed
No.
that's supposed to fall under some sort of law. I feel like if it's educational, you should. We're supposed to enhance our youth,
yeah,
right? I mean,
but
not hold them down by $7.99.
Maybe while they're recording this, they're drinking White Claws, so then there are no laws. So ipso
You
facto.
got that right. You got that damn right.
Just-
Because there ain't no laws when you're drinking claws.
I stole your thunder. But that's one of the things that certainly gets me hyped up and just like really, if it's free, give it to me for free. Don't take my credit card. You know damn well that 90% of the people, they get at least one more month.
Yeah,
At least.
Yeah.
because they forget.
Right. And it's like, oh, well, now I got to call them. Oh, now
Yeah.
I got to call them and wait on hold to get my $4.99.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that. Ain't nobody got time for that. For $4.99. So then you let it slide. And, well, let's make sure that we use it. Let's make sure that we watch some stuff on here. And then, and then the other ones are like, oh, if you cancel, we won't give you a refund. We'll just let it slide until the end of the month. And then you sort of get hooked back in. You start liking a show, all of a sudden you're ready to fork out another $4.99. It's like,
Yeah.
well, just until we finish this show, this series, then we're gonna let it go. Then we're gonna, cancel it. And then it's like, then you find another show that you like, and it's just on and on. Like that free trial is exactly what they mean it to be, and they're getting you. If you really are calling it free, don't take my credit card.
Yeah.
True.
Yep.
Yeah, I just got not too long ago, I switched over to an iPhone and came out of the dark ages. And you, with iPhones these days, I guess you get a free year of Apple TV.
Yep.
And so they sent me a notification, and I'm like, I don't need another streaming service. We already have Disney Plus, we have Amazon Prime, we have Netflix. And once again, if I need to resort to it, I'll go illegally. And I was like, fuck it. There's some pretty good stuff on there I've heard, and I'll activate it because this is like my last week. You have to do it within 3 months after buying it to activate. And just like you said, Greg, obviously asked for the credit card, but got those motherfuckers. I set a reminder on my phone for 2021, April 12th, 2 weeks before it expires. Technology is a fickle bitch, and it's going to come back to bite Apple in their ass for $7.99. I'll get their motherfucking asses.
Stuck it right to them, dude. They're
Dude,
hurting
so
now.
much.
And I think that actually, we might still be paying for Apple TV Plus, and we haven't watched it. We started watching couple of shows in the free trial, but since I got 8 different charges coming at me from Apple, plus Amanda buying her smut books, that shows up too.
What is a
It's all
smut
They
book
just
for the
slide.
people who don't know?
Well, it's the you remember back in the day for Cody and Nick, the books that Mom would buy with the Fabio on the front. I'm getting scolded. She's giving me the key for intense whisper right now across the room, scolding me for calling her out. But you remember the books that Mom used to buy that had the Fabio on the front and some horse
Sexy man holding a lady.
Oh, looking like Putin on that horse with the gun.
Well, like 50 Shades of Grey, like modern day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run
Did
along.
You shoot
Yeah,
your wife away?
She just got shooed. So it's 50 Shades and then some.
Okay.
She calls it the amped up damsel in distress books. And anyways, so I got a fair bit of receipts coming in my email. So maybe it's buried in there. Maybe I actually did remember to cancel it. I don't remember. But that's what gets me heated about streaming services, along with everything else. Because, I wouldn't have to go that route. It's like HBO Go. I see stuff on there, and I'm like, damn, I'd really like to watch that. True Detective, when that first came out.
Great show.
It was like 4 years or 5 years ago, whatever. And I'm like, McConaughey and who was it?
Sean Penn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
it was Woody Harrelson, right?
Woody
Yeah,
Harrelson
yeah.
was in the first
Yeah.
season. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and then Sean Penn, you know, minus his politics and his big loud yapper with no education to back it up, I suppose. But you know, anyway.
Tell us how you really feel.
Well, right. You know, I'm just jealous of his hair. Okay. But you know, it's like, so I wanted to watch that one show. I don't need the dragons and tits, whatever that show is.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, you know what it's called. Come on.
You know what it's called. You
You're
know
trying
them
to play
titties.
cool.
Yeah.
You know.
Dragons and boners,
You know.
I think is what it's called.
How'd you know? How
Right,
did you
I
know?
No,
Wow, I'm
that's
impressed.
actually one of those streaming services that Cody was talking about earlier. One of
Yeah,
those
it's
that he didn't want to
it's
mention.
just for dragons and boners. How'd you know?
Yeah, starring Debbie Does
Occasionally you get a dragon boner on screen, which is a unicorn. You know, it's rarely seen, but oh boy, is it exciting.
But yeah, I mean,
Oh,
like,
God.
I don't know. I don't get into that stuff. So it's like all these big shows, like, I don't care. I just wanted a few things, and for that, it was was free for a while if you bought, I think, an Apple TV. But now it's like what, $15 or something like that. I'm sorry, it was free with DirecTV Now, which is now AT&T Now. It's like,
cares?
I mean, like, yeah, exactly. Like, literally, it's.
There's
And
too many to even fucking keep track of anymore.
AT&T can just lick just straight taint because I hated dealing with them when I had their internet, when I had their service, when I had, you know, whatever. It was just like their customer service department was only open, and now we're, you know, I guess it's still streaming because DirecTV Now is AT&T, and so this falls under the gamut. Is that their customer service department was open 8 to 5, and you know damn well that you got to sit on hold for a half an hour. So that means that it's like, what? I got to take a half day off work so I can call AT&T. Sorry, boss. Yeah, and it's like, you know, but then I just started pushing a little bit and found out that it's only open in your time zone, 8 to 5. Then
when everyone fucking is at
the
work.
Secret number in Mountain Time. Then you let them have it.
Those
extra
secret
hour.
mountain times.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers,
I picture
beat the
AT&T
system.
call center. It's like in an old missile silo in the Rockies. And they're like, oh, nobody will find us here. I did.
Oh, goddamn.
He was like
I
30
did,
Reddit
bitches.
streams deep trying to find this phone number.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Speaking
funny.
of fucking AT&T service, I'm getting railed by them right now. Fucking our apartment complex, it's like mandatory to have
That's the
internet
worst.
and cable. They make you have cable television. Like they charge you for it even if you don't, even if it's not hooked up.
Tell them you're Amish. Tell them you don't have a TV.
Right? So fucking it's like for the bundle it's like $80 a month, but that's for like internet you can't stream anything on. So that's an extra $20 a month. Then the fucking first day we have our TV, I hook it up and flipping through all the HD channels, no service. I look it up, $10 more a month for fucking HD channels. Dude, we're in 2020. Like that should be, there shouldn't be standard definition anymore. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm
Standard
paying
definition, then, yeah.
So now I'm paying like fucking $120 a month for internet and cable that I wouldn't even have if I didn't live here. Like Jesus, dude.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, yeah, standard definition. That's the new analog. I mean, you watch standard definition after going high definition, and they're like, "Where's the ball?"
Yeah, you can't see
even
shit.
See it, or it's like hockey's the worst. You
Oh,
definitely
Hockey is
can't
for
see
sure
the puck.
worst.
Dude, you can barely
You can't see
see
the puck
players
at all.
standard definition hockey.
What's that guy's number? Oh,
You know what I am fine with in standard definition? Booger.
Sorry, what?
his finger just straightens
fingers
out
look
a little
straight.
bit more.
It's you're wearing $1,000 suit. you're not Booger anymore, all right, guy? Find a different name.
Well,
Find a different name. Oh, damn.
All right, let's get into the part where it comes into the Q&A section for you guys. So we'll let you both answer the questions. Last week I went first, Brent, so you go ahead.
All right. Are we doing the planet one first, or
No, we're gonna do our Q&A first.
Is this
Yep.
speed round? Do I have to?
Speed
Do I have
round.
to raise my hand?
No.
speed round? Quick answers. Shout them out. Whenever. If you have a story that goes with it, fucking send it to the moon. Feel
Ripper
free.
ride.
I'll take planet for 800. Brent?
I'll take Suck It Trebek for 400.
Go ahead, Brent.
Fuck. Now I forgot my question.
All right, I'll go.
No. Fuck off. First, age you got your first cell phone.
The age you got your first cell phone.
Yeah.
18.
15.
Right on.
I think I was 18 or 19, and I got a sweet slap-on faceplate with flames. No, it was golden Nokia brick, mostly
I
because
remember that.
it was like the cheapest one.
Oh,
And,
I remember that.
and
I
I
remember that phone.
like
Or I
literally
remember
back
the
in that day.
faceplate.
Back in that day, if you didn't have a faceplate, like you were going to confuse it with someone else's because there
Oh,
was
yeah,
for sure.
there was
everyone had that.
I think it was one color.
Well, Cody had
Well,
a
and
pink
there was
razor
one-
at one time.
Hell
There was
yeah.
one phone. Well, okay, so you're jumping ahead a couple phones, but the first phone we got, Nick, you got yours, I mean, younger than I did because it was a group package when we moved up to the cities. Mom was super scared that we were going to get lost in the big city of Minneapolis. And coming from Eau Claire, ooh boy, you better watch out. I don't know why I went southern there, but we were in trouble in the big city of Minneapolis, and that's why we got cell phones and also Nokia. So shout out Nokia. Rest in peace. Should I pour out like some of my beer for that company, or are they still a thing? I'm not sure. But
Still not a beer.
pouring out a beer. Yeah, so that phone sucked, but you could drop it
Still
from
out of
like
beer?
you could drop that phone from
Still
a
never
3-story
had beer.
building.
Still no beer.
Oh yeah, dude. Those
You
things
drop
you
it out a
can break.
3-story window, yeah, and that thing would survive, you know, with flying colors. Then I did get the Razor because that was the cool thing, was go small, and
But it
that
was
phone
pink.
sucked. No, I had a black one first,
Oh, you
and
broke
that
one.
sucked. Yep, that sucked because that phone was fragile like glass. So you went from one end of the spectrum, indestructible, to fragile like glass. And
One
and
feels
yeah, I
like a
broke that
brick in
thing.
your pocket, and the other felt like a feather.
Pencil. Yeah.
Well, you that's the thing, is you actually missed so many calls because it was so light. You never actually felt it in your pocket. and then it took a baseball cleat inside my bag, so like I didn't step on it. The phone was just inside my baseball bag, cleat right through the screen. And then a female friend of mine in high school had an extra Razor that was AT&T, because back in those days phones were exclusive to brands, and the Razor was exclusive to AT&T, and that was the only AT&T phone I could find, and it was pink. It was hot ass pink, and
Fuck yeah.
that was a time I'd like to forget. I actually
Oh.
did block out that time until Nick reminded me.
What do I
No, that
hear?
was back in the time too when you freaking had to pay per text message.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, yeah.
So me and Cody racked up the bill, and I remember Mom getting so pissed at us for racking up text message bills. You sent 45 text messages this week? What are you doing?
Yeah, it was the time that you waited
to
until
friends.
7:00, unlimited nights and weekends.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
You wait till 7 p.m. You fucking,
Hey,
you know,
more
you
beer.
tightwad.
Even after being shooed, the beer fairy does deliver. Thank you.
Wow, look at you.
I know.
Shit.
Yeah, nights and weekends.
All right, so
You told me, sorry, babe.
here's my question. So you have been given an elephant. You can't give it away or sell it. What do you do with this elephant?
Jesus fuck! I didn't know
First
we were
off-
the goddamn Riddler over here.
Dude, I'm straight on it, Nick. First off, why do you sell an elephant once you've had one? Idiot. Anybody who sells an elephant, you're a moron. Okay, they can be used for so many things. Number two, you said give it away. Dude, if I'm not selling it, I'm definitely not giving it to you for free. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I do with my elephant, now that
Just
we've
top
established,
thing. This is speed round, Cody. Top thing.
no, keeping it, riding it,
Clear that
riding it
Cody cheated
everywhere.
and watched the last week's podcast.
No, I didn't. Was that a question from
No,
last
it
week's
wasn't.
podcast?
Oh,
But
I don't know.
no, actually, no, just kidding. The first thing I do is feed it a banana and have it use its trunk, like, because that's his hands. And then after he's enjoyed a banana and I gain its trust with the banana, then I have him lift me on his back with his trunk. So gain his trust, A, banana. Step B, get on his back, ride it everywhere I know. And just flip off everybody because I'm riding a fucking elephant, so I can flip off everybody.
So the question was, what would you use it for? So you would just ride it.
Riding.
Okay.
Yeah, riding. I mean, no, I'm going to till my yard. I mean, I know I have the beard like an Amish person, but I'm not going to fucking make it my slave. He's my homie.
Okay, Greg, go ahead.
So you do realize that elephants, I don't think they eat bananas.
Says you. You
mean,
got fucking
How do they take the
Snuffleupagus in your
peel
living
off?
room?
They
they
don't
take-
eat.
Kill it for him. What do you think I am? Fucking Satan?
I
Dude,
have
I'd
fed
kill
it
the
out.
banana for him.
I have fed an elephant
Wow.
and they don't eat bananas.
They don't.
They
Well,
don't.
Well, fuck me then. I guess my elephant's going hungry. I don't know. All I got is bananas in this fake scenario. Oh,
Greg, what are you doing with your elephant?
Well, I mean, so what are we talking, like Dumbo size elephant? Are we
Dude,
talking
just an
full
elephant.
blown?
Just go.
dude, Dumbo was a baby elephant. He still got to be full size. Disney just didn't, do a full life documentary.
Nick didn't put a time parameter on it. I don't have to keep this thing indefinitely. Maybe I only have it for a week.
No, you can't give it away.
But you can't
sell
give it away. Listen to the question.
Yeah. It's like a plant. If you keep it enclosed, it stays small, right?
Totally.
All right.
Just
So,
like tigers.
well, right. So first of all, I would create a website that said elephant for a week. Who's not going to like that? I throw in a free crowler. They ride around and drink beer on the elephant. I don't ever have to pay for storage when I want to take it. It's like an Airbnb. It's like, oh, well, I got this kind of dumpy apartment, but you know what? It's in a sweet location. Somebody will rent it. And it's like, oh, it kind of sucks, but when I want to go and hang out in this sweet location, now I get to use it. And that's just – and now me and Cody are going down 35W and just like, boom, what do you got now? We got elephants. And just
That's
blocking all
true.
the traffic. Yeah.
35W is in downtown Minneapolis, in case you didn't want to.
Yeah.
It's a road.
I did like how I
Road?
went
Road?
the entire non-slave driver approach. Like, this elephant is my equal.
Oh, and I just
Instantly,
hoarded out right
without-
from the go.
Without hesitation, Greg is selling this guy for like
Renting
elephant blowjobs,
renting it out.
elephant handies under the bridge,
Yeah.
like
Well, with its
pictures.
trunk, obviously, because that's its hands. Well, that's how it opens a banana.
Dude, I mean, I bet you that trunk is probably more skilled than some of the hookers out in Vegas or
All right.
something. I'm
Next
Dude,
question.
Nick, I told you we could have done a podcast of what annoys me with my siblings, and I could have just singled out Cody.
it just would have been a battle back and forth.
Next
Oh,
question.
Just two idiots trying to scream over each other.
All right, not first. Fuck. All right,
Love you, bro.
you can only eat one food the rest of your life, what is it?
Oh, dude, that's a good one.
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean,
Hey,
I'll answer this.
Go for it, Nick, while I think about it.
Oh, pizza, 100%.
Well, that's more than one
That
food.
one food, though?
That's cheese,
Yeah,
bread, meat. That could
It
be
counts.
anything.
Counts.
Counts.
It doesn't
That-
count. It doesn't count if you're like
Deep dish.
McDonald's, because there's so much shit at McDonald's. It would have to
That's
be
not
like
a food.
Yeah.
exactly. Like I would only exactly.
Pizza.
You would have to
Okay.
pick one thing.
Sushi.
All right, well, then
Oh, sushi's
sorry,
a
go,
good
go.
Sushi's
one.
good.
You know what?
dude.
At work one time, we took burrito meat and rolled it into a pizza. That's sushi, I think, as far as the sushi goes.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. There's an ongoing debate, and you talk about being heated. This is what your next podcast needs to be. Is it a sandwich? And you want to see people just flip a fucking lid.
Is what the
The
sandwich?
F-bomb. First one tonight. What is? I'm serious. Go and look it up. All right. Anyway,
All right, we
sorry,
will.
Cody. I'll cede my time to Cody.
No, you just answered my question because I was going to say my answer wasn't an answer, but now you confirmed it is an answer. It's simply put, subs. And what is a sandwich or what is a sub? That's the point. I could eat it the rest of my life because I could make variations and enjoy subs every single day, 3 meals a day, 4 meals a day.
I feel that.
Every single day of my life. Hot hoagies, cold
yeah.
or cold subs. Mix it up, match them up, dip them, fucking dip it, fucking au
Fucking
jus,
dip 'em,
man.
don't dip 'em.
All right.
Ooh, fucking don't
Next
dip
question.
'em.
We got to speed this up a little bit.
I'd have to say burritos.
Ooh, burritos are good too. Are you a hunter or a gatherer?
Hunter.
Probably a gather.
Okay.
Dude, you're in sales. You're a hunter.
I gather.
All right, Brent. Next question.
I'm an anomaly.
Fuck. This is ran out. Longest you've ever grown your hair out.
You
You had hair at one point, dude.
I didn't shower, but it's now.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, this is
That's
probably
the pinnacle
five-
right there.
Oh,
I mean, that's almost 5 inches.
so even when I
6
had
inches.
her,
man.
it looked probably worse than this. Especially when it got long. Oh, dude, like right here. As soon as it got like any longer than like right here, it would just like start to curl and do this stuff. And like,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Like this?
it was not good. These guys got blessed with our dad's hair. I got Grandpa's freaking bozo fro. Grandpa Flora, that is.
Oh god.
One guy from work, Greg, he had pretty much the exact same hair as you. He is 27. So I don't know, maybe that was about the age you committed to shaving your head, but he just committed like last week.
I shaved my head like a week before Bentley was born.
Yeah, dude.
Like officially?
Yeah, like 2
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Anyway,
like,
talk about this afterwards. Next question.
hey, let's take this offline.
We're gonna. Zoom bingo. Got it.
All
Yeah,
right,
got it.
ne-
That was my last one.
Next question. One thing you
Cheers.
can have, or you're going to a desert island and you can only bring one thing. What are you taking?
A dessert island or a deserted
Desert.
island? Oh. I mean, because if it's got cake already, what
Because
more do I need?
if it's dessert island, I'm bringing a spoon.
Yeah. Deserted island. Okay, sorry, Nick.
Fucking answer the question.
It's a deserted island, and I only get to bring one thing:
You one thing. What are you bringing?
the internet.
Okay.
Well, that's really smart. You can get off the island then.
Well, you can't. You don't
Does
have
it-
you don't have a phone or computer to connect it to, so you kind
You
of
ever,
brought.
I mean,
you ever
kinda
heard
brought-
of Uncle Fester?
What's that?
You ever heard of Uncle Fester? He just puts the light bulb in his mouth and it lights up. Just like that, only the internet. Plus, I got my elephant. I brought him with.
Oh, what a bitch. What a bitch. He took my answer. I was bringing Snuffle up, I guess.
Damn.
Oh,
Dude,
my
I
God.
have my homie with me. No, I'd bring a desert island. Oh, fuck that. I'd bring an earth drill. You know, I'm gonna drill down till I hit fresh water, and then you
If
guys
you're
are
on
all
an
fucked.
island, you're not finding fresh water, dude. Even
Okay,
even
well then,
the aquifer that's below the dirt, not good.
he's right. All
All
right,
right,
well,
Brent, next question.
I just made that
all
up,
right.
but thanks for agreeing. See, I said it with confidence. You know where I learned that? MLB umpires. You just gotta sell it
Hey.
like you know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh my god.
You know what I
Next
am
question.
bringing? I'm bringing a nice lifetime supply of White Claw. Brought to you by Cody.
Much
And I want to
better.
change my previous answer. The only thing I want to do with my elephant is dress up like Aladdin and parade.
That was mine. You can't steal my answer
didn't say
after
anything about
you
Aladdin.
stole mine.
Chalk it
No,
up for
I
the
said
next
I'm gonna-
podcast.
I
Guy steals
said
all
I'm
my
gonna parade
ideas.
him around. No, you
Oh,
stole my
fuck.
idea, you
I'm
bitch.
saying with the music, the dancers, the genie.
Oh, you
magic
want a
carpet.
genie now? You want a fucking genie now? Ooh,
I'm bringing the genie to the deserted island. Build a bridge, genie. We out.
Oh damn. All right. Favorite movie of all time.
The Usual Suspects. And that's not a fair question, by the way. There's no way that anyone has a favorite movie of all time. You have to go by genre.
No.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
you do because
No,
old
you don't.
school
This
is
is
like
this is
my
my
favorite
fucking
comedy.
podcast. I don't gotta do shit.
You said you weren't
does
even
bring
coming tonight. You said you quit.
He does bring up a fair point, though. Yeah, that was without hesitation. Nice. Anytime
Yeah, and
anybody asks me this
he had one
question-
right off the bat too.
Yeah, and then he's bitching about it. No, anybody who asks me this question, just because of the type of person I am and the type of movies, I always will fade comedy over any type of genre. So it's either Tommy Boy or Black Sheep or best of Chris Farley. I mean, anything Chris Farley. I was going to say best of Chris Farley Saturday Night Live, which
Even
isn't
like the
really a
Kung Fu
movie,
one?
but Beverly Hills Ninja, fucking hilarious.
No, but honestly, the
Beverly
better
Hills
question, and
Ninja.
this is the one that I like to ask people, flipping it on its head, is what is the movie that you want to watch again for the first time? So it's always, sometimes comedies get funnier with time. Comedies, you're right, Cody. You can watch them over and over and over again and still laugh. But when Kaiser Soze walks out of the station and all they're showing is his feet, and all of a sudden it goes from the gimp to just a steady gait, that's a mind fuck right there, kids. Look it up.
Jesus. Okay, last question. Taylor Swift, fill in the blank. Taylor Swift is a whatever you want.
Snobby bitch.
Taylor Swift is a shrewd businesswoman.
I don't know her.
Ooh,
I like it.
I don't.
She's
I don't know.
she's fighting the labels to rights for her own music, which I totally agree with.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
a
I don't
photographer.
know.
Nick, if you take a picture of me, I own that as much as you do.
Yep.
It's me, but it's not because you took the picture.
Okay, Brent, what are you into?
I am into made this new meal for meal prep. Fuck, I forgot what it's called.
Are they a sponsor yet?
What's up?
I said, is Meal Prep a sponsor yet?
No. It's just me making food for the entire week. I just make
I
one
thought
thing.
it was a service.
It's not
just-
Blue Plate.
It's
It's Blue Apron and they're dead. They're
and
bankrupt.
Oh. I said Blue Plate.
it's like a Mexican casserole type of thing. It's just got like beef, sweet potatoes, quinoa salsa, black beans, and some other shit, and it's really good. You throw it in the crock pot for a few hours, and you're set for the week.
Eventually.
Right back into what you're into. So I'll go next. What I'm into right now, I just finished it right before the draft started, right before I was playing COD with Brent. But it's on Netflix. It's a show called Waco. It's about the Waco, like,
Standoff.
basically. And it's got, I don't know if you guys have seen the TV series, probably not Cody or Greg, but the TV series Friday Night Lights.
I have.
Okay, so it's got the John Carter long hair guy. I forget his name in real life, but
Tim McGraw.
no. But anyway, so yeah, it's about this standoff, and like I was way too young to even like know anything about this, and like all I do remember from when I was that young is just like the house, and like what it looked like was that like big brown house in the middle of nowhere in the middle of Texas. And I always, like, the way the media presented it, like, it just seemed like, oh, it was a cult religion out in the middle of nowhere. Well, this completely flipped my, like, perspective on this because it's based on true events from 2 books that people wrote. One was from the guy who was the hostage negotiator, and one was from the survivor, and they went off of their events. So they have both sides of the spectrum, but basically, like, do you guys want me to tell you about it, or are you guys going to watch it?
What's it on? Since we're talking about streaming and being
Netflix.
fragmented as fuck.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, it's one I have. It's one I have. Wow.
Actually, let's talk about it. Get me really interested, and then I'll go spend another $5.99 times
Right.
5 months before I cancel it.
So I mean, it just basically is about their perspective, but it basically the ATF is like shot at them first, and yes, of course, the people inside the house, they were selling guns illegally, but that was not a charge to let all 75 people die from gas and the house burning down. That was like the last raid to get them out.
I mean, it was. You guys are all too young to remember that, and I was like just probably at the age where I actually could understand what the hell was going on. But I mean, like
The precipice.
it was. I was going to use that word actually, Cody, but it didn't really make sense there. So I'm glad that you reaffirmed the fact that that word didn't fit.
No, you're on the precipice.
I don't even know what that word means. So.
Okay.
I don't have a damn clue.
It's like the pinnacle, maybe, I guess you could say.
The edge.
The tipping point, which actually will lead to one thing that I'm into. But yeah, it was an absolute debacle, and it actually led to some of the stuff that we've seen recently up in like Utah or wherever, that they had a bit of a standoff here in the last year or so, year and a half.
Yeah.
You know, you have a mute button, right, Brent? You can sniffle while you're next to your microphone. You just mute. Yeah. There you go. But yeah, I mean, it was a shit show, and like it was a bad look for the ATF, the government, everybody
Totally.
involved. They might have been doing some illegal shit, and the guy might have been a weirdo and totally manipulating these women, men, younger children. You can't just nuke them.
Right.
You know?
Right. You can't just burn the house down.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
and-
Yeah.
Yikes.
In the house, there was a lawyer, and they basically were like leaning on this guy to like basically say, oh, what can they get us on if they do come for us? And they
Right.
said selling the guns and the fact that David, the main guy, like the
Koresh.
priest or what? Yeah, Koresh, the priest or the guy who was leading the people.
Well, God, if you ask him.
Yeah. That guy, he married a girl. He had multiple wives, which is illegal in Texas. And he married a girl
Typical cult.
who was 14 and also had a child with that girl. So those were the things that they would have got him for, which probably would have got him 5 years in prison, maybe 10.
It depends.
dude,
I mean, you could bring in false
people with
imprisonment.
weed.
Yeah.
People
So-
with weed get longer than that.
Yeah, which is crazy. So I highly recommend that show. That was along what I'm into, but Yeah, whoever wants to go next, go ahead.
All right, I'll go next. Things that I'm into right now, we just like are scratching the surface on Ozark, and as I
So
mentioned,
good.
the 4 year old. Clearly, when you start the show, it says like sex, nudity, violence, like everything. So clearly, that doesn't leave us with a lot of time, that we're actually together where we get to watch it. So we're only a few episodes in, but I'm already hooked. I've always liked Bateman. This certainly shows his range from Arrested Development to now
Yep.
dark and just
Serious.
sinister sort of movie.
Yeah.
And like right out the gates, it's like,
Oh yeah.
damn,
Right in your face.
yeah, this shit
Right
is
in your
real.
face.
Uh, so I mean, like I would liken it to, for those that the 2% of the population or 2% of the listeners that haven't watched it yet, I would liken it to the production and direction, sort of like almost Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, which is actually one that I'm still watching. Just finished the season finale of that. I think Bob Odenkirk is vastly underrated. I mean, he fits the part. He looks like a schlub, dirty, low down lawyer. But that show's really good. But also, as far as podcasts, it's revisionist history and anything from Pushkin Industries, which is founded by some other guy that I don't remember his name, and Malcolm Gladwell.
Okay.
And Malcolm Gladwell, like when I read some of his books, I'm just like, well, if you ask this guy, what is his career? He doesn't even know. He's just like, I would say that he's a thinker. He takes a subject and one that maybe is like Tipping Point or Blink, for instance. Blink was an entire book that went out to prove that having all the information doesn't make you smarter. Might make you smarter, doesn't make you make better decisions. If you know all the information about the stock market, sometimes your first instinct is actually what serves you best in almost like a primal way. He featured the hospital in ER in the show, Cook County, I think it is, and the way they treated heart attack victims. Well, if you look at their entire chart and you run 1,000 tests, you might still just end up finding out that they had heartburn. But if a knowledgeable, experienced
Or
doctor,
Corona. I mean,
well, this was written a long time ago. But yeah, chalk everything up to Corona now, right? It makes it look.
well, then
better.
they could have said Spanish flu if it was a long time ago.
Well, it was in fucking 1920s, a long time ago. But the dude looks funny as hell. He's got like the super receder. He's got a 5 head. And then he's got this just like wicked, he looks like just straight white guy. He talks about this, so I have no problem calling him out on it. Just totally looks like a white dude, but he's Jamaican descent. I think his mom was from Jamaica. So he's just got like this black dude fro that's now receded white guy style. And it's just like, it's out here. And just, he's a super interesting guy. And now he's started Pushkin Industries, which Pushkin is some like Russian, Polish, maybe something.
What's the podcast called again?
Revisionist History.
Okay.
And then there's tons of spin-offs from there. One of which is Broken Record with Mark Rubin.
Ruben.
Beastie Boys brought Johnny Cash back to life, like literally, like on the table with the paddles. Brought his career back to life. He was doing like dinner theaters or some shit, and then came back and Mark Rubin's like, hey, you should do Hurt from Nine Inch Nails. And I mean, boy, does it have a different vibe compared to Trent Reznor's teenaged angst or 20-something angst to now a guy that's literally hurt himself over and over again. Anyways, they're all really good. John Legend was on that one actually not too long ago about COVID. They did it remotely. It was super interesting. But yeah, Pushkin Industries, Malcolm Gladwell. Look it up. Podcast wherever you subscribe. It's definitely good. Really good, actually. Like I mean, like you want to dig yourself out of that true crime rut. This is a great podcast. He did one with called Go and See with Lexus, and it's all about Lexus, how the closing of the windows is like a tea ceremony in Japan. It's super interesting. He's got a real knack for storytelling. It's awesome. I am also clearly into the Growler guys. Another shameless plug.
Another plug.
Go and check out the YouTube live that we did last night. We had 3 of the Midwest's biggest, most famous breweries on there. Talked to the founder and owner, or founder and president of Surly Brewing, which was
That's
amazing because I found out about it about 2:00 yesterday. We went live at 6, and you want to see somebody sweat a little bit? Hey, let's introduce a bunch of new software that I've never really used. Thank you, Nick, for helping me test.
No worries.
And throw in the owner and president of one of the biggest breweries that we work with. It was awesome. Check it
Yeah,
out.
it was really cool. We'll put
so-
the link of that below, but Greg's 45-minute what you're into. I thought I was going long, but
You want to see something else that's long? All right, I'll just.
Hey, it's
Thanks
not.
for,
it's
thanks
not
for
the
giving me
dri-
the
it's not
airtime,
the-
Nick. Brent,
Yeah, no problem.
appreciate it. Let's see, what else can I plug?
He's been waiting for a
It's
while
not-
to talk about that shit.
Yeah.
No, it was
There's
all
a
cool
prompter
stuff. though.
behind.
what?
Greg, this isn't. He's got a teleprompter behind him, making sure he doesn't miss anything.
Dude, all
But this
memory,
isn't the
man.
dragon porn.
Look,
This isn't the dragon porn channel.
I'm
right?
in
on YouPorn.
the mindset. I'm fresh off last night. I'm spitting and vibing and
All right, before we go on to the next person, Greg,
Feeling
have
it.
you made it to Ruth and Ozarks yet? Like,
no, we are like 3
Whoa,
episodes.
dude! Spoil
Okay,
it.
well, it doesn't matter. I'm not giving away by saying the name
It's a
Ruth.
name.
Okay, so Ruth
No.
is in Ozark. She's a blonde girl, but she's also the 14-year-old girl in the Waco, Texas.
Okay.
Docuseries thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
makes me want to watch Waco a little more.
Okay, Cody, go ahead.
Greg went so long. Yeah, no. Greg went so long that I actually forgot he even brought up Ozarks in the beginning of his rant, because I actually was like taking notes vigorously to actually bring up Ozarks. The only point I'll make with Ozarks is, Greg, it is one of the best show, and to the listeners, take this very seriously, because I watch a lot of TV on, like I mentioned, 17 different streaming services. But it is one of these shows that actually you can say without a doubt, 100% firmness, gets better from season 1 to present.
You've already
And-
finished season 3?
Yeah, I have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
And-
just started
and-
watching it. We're like on season 2.
Well, I mean, the
Yeah,
way that the
and-
first 2 episodes go, I'm like, how is this bitch still in season 3? He didn't kick her to the curb?
Yeah, so I can say without a doubt that it is one show that, to top of mind, that it gets better from, or it doesn't get better, but doesn't also get worse, from season 1 to present. So
Nice.
that was my quick note on Greg's 45-minute rant.
And this is the second week in a row that someone's talked about it, because Ben dropped it last week, too.
Ooh.
Did he? I
There
thought
you
I
go.
did. I don't remember.
Or Brent did, actually. It was one of them. All right, Cody, go ahead. What are you into?
I'm into wife beaters that are made for 12-year-old girls. All right. My 45 minutes is up, I guess.
Well, I mean, definitely up. I was checking the time, actually, because I was going to give you a realistic 16 minutes
Cody, just
and
fucking
2 seconds. Well, I did. I had notes on Greg's comments. Yeah, so in the time of Corona and being locked inside, um, luckily the governor of Minnesota never closed down parks and dog parks fall into that. I kept the two pooches out of this room for this so we could stay focused. Otherwise, you would have seen them jumping up on me. But dog parks is what I'm into. We've explored, land of 10,000 lakes. It might be called the land of 10,000 dog parks because we found 6 or 7 within at least 20 or 30 minutes from our house. So it's nice walking trails. You get out, you get to enjoy some weather. The dogs get to release some energy, so they're not so crazy, and you get to see people from afar, which is better than looking through this TV screen to see all or some of my favorite people on this call. So
Oh, stop it!
on
You
this
don't have to.
podcast.
So real quickly, we did just miss who the Packers took at 20.
30, you
Brent,
mean?
who is it?
Oh, they're
Packers
30.
aren't gone
30,
yet.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Dude, if you're gonna interrupt me, at least get the pick right. Fucking Roger Goodell. Jeez, boo,
this
boo,
man.
boo.
But going back to Cody's point, he has 2 large golden doodles, so he definitely needs to get them
Yes.
out to the dog parks.
Follow them
Indeed. Indeed, yes. So two large English teddy bear golden doodles, and so that's been really fun. That's kept me sane, and just kept us at least enjoying outdoors. And then the other thing is with the stay at home and Governor Walz. Shout out to the governor of Minnesota. For anybody who doesn't live in Minnesota, of course you don't know the governor of Minnesota, but Tim Walz came out like a true saint, and he allowed the stay-at-home order to include golfing last
Hell
Friday.
yeah.
But instead of point proven, I don't know the governor of Wisconsin, but there was no week delay. And so he allowed it on Friday. We were golfing on Saturday, and so golf is back, bitches. And and my sanity is almost fulfilled. Now, if I could give somebody a hug or a high five, that would complete the trifecta. Because I'm an embracer. I like to embrace people. But so those two things, and then, like I mentioned at the beginning, I thought my job would slow down because of Corona and sports. Once again, I work for a company called Sport Radar. So sports being on the hiatus, no sports being played, obviously, we collect and distribute sports statistics. So we pay the leagues a lot of money to be the official data providers, and there's no data being provided to us, and so therefore we can't parlay that, no pun intended, to our media customers or our betting customers, and so it's been tough. So I thought it would slow down, but indeed it's been crazy busy. Shout out to all the startups, and last but not least, that was my last thing is startups. They're a beauty. They're a gent. They're a gem in the rough. I love startups. I started at one. It grew into Sport Radar. And anybody who has a dream out there, now is a better time than ever. Think of an idea. Get motivated. I mean, Nick and Brent are two guys right here showing you. Doing it. Don't be afraid to create a podcast, create a video, start a company, think of an idea that you've been sitting on. And so whether it's Sport Radar or something in the future for me, the connection to startups is awesome. So it's a rush for me. But I'll end it there. That's what I'm into, Nick and Brent.
All right. If
Boom.
I have either of you on this podcast ever again, You guys are stuck to one thing and a 5-minute fucking time limit, okay? Jesus fucking Christ.
5 minutes? I don't think either
It's
one of
what-
us went over 5 minutes.
It's
Bro,
what are you into, not
You
tell
were
me everything you're
16
into.
minutes.
Greg, you were 45 minutes and Cody was 25 minutes, okay? So
Since when did you pick up your brother's knack for exaggeration?
Well, I'm into the equator, all of the equator, the whole thing.
Well, it's shifting because
What's
of
that
global
stuff that we
warming.
used to get back in the day? I'm into that.
I'm also into everything above the equator and below it, and then anything in between that.
Anything
So-
between there. Oh, damn.
You guys don't know the word precipice. You need to listen to some Malcolm Gladwell, all
There's a
right?
lot more words I don't know than that.
Learn
I
me a
know
few
it.
things.
I said the word for you. What are you talking about?
I'm talking to these two jokers.
Brent, what the fuck are you into? Let's get out of here.
I already said mine.
Oh, well, you did?
Yeah, before the shit cut out, my
Well,
fucking
dude, yeah,
Mexican
we
casserole.
out.
Yeah, we
I-
went so long, I
it was-
forgot that you fucking even went.
I mean, it was 3.5 hours ago, but I did it.
Well, I'm
Okay.
not sure what you expected. You asked me to be here.
All right, we have one more question before we leave. We're going to try and do like a quizzical question at the end. Basically, to sign us off, can you guys put together the planets in order?
Mavem Schnupp. It's from Saved by the Bell. Check it out. Look it up. Mercury,
Well,
Venus,
say-
Earth, Mars, Mavem Schnupp, Saturn, Neptune,
No.
missed one.
Uranus, Pluto.
Say
No.
no. Say you missed Jupiter.
Missed two.
Oh yeah. Mavem Schnupp. So yeah. It's
Missed
from
two.
Screech,
Yeah,
man.
and-
Screech. You went to
and-
jail
and
for like
also-
stabbing
So,
somebody.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, got it. Fucking got it.
So, yeah.
So yeah, nailed it.
Once again, the confidence doesn't always play, but yeah, you missed Jupiter, and
You
Pluto
missed
hasn't been a planet for at
It
least 4
was.
years.
Then it
or
was.
5
that.
Then
years.
Pluto's
now
still a
it's
planet.
actually back.
Yeah, it is a planet.
No
again.
way.
Yeah, look at you. What have you been hiding under? A rock the
beard.
size of Pluto?
My beard. I've been hiding.
So
under my
yes, so I
beard.
missed one, but I had the rest of them in order.
You missed two.
Thanks,
You
thanks
put-
for playing.
you
Well, you
didn't
guys
say-
started laughing.
You didn't say Neptune, moron. Neptune comes right
Yeah, but I
before
said Netflix earlier. That's a planet of its own.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Thanks for
You
coming
know what
on,
else?
guys.
You know what else gets me heated about
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
streaming
here we
services?
go.
Is the stock prices.
God. Save
I
it.
sold too early.
Nick,
Save
right.
it for the next one.
I'm saving it for the podcast
Yeah.
that we're not going to record.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
If this ever makes it to the light of day, I guess thank
If
you.
you ever want to find me, I'm terrible at social media, so don't try Facebook. Don't try. I mean, I'm in sales, so you can probably find me pretty easily. But LinkedIn's the best. Connect. I'll get a notification on my phone and watch, and
Find me in the
eventually I
room
won't
with
be able
with
to
the
avoid
maroon
you.
curtains.
Jesus.
I missed the beginning because he was trying to talk over me again. But
I said-
take it away.
I said, find me in the room with the maroon curtains and the tri shelf thingies.
The trash shelf area.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Greg, go ahead.
All right. You can find me just about everywhere, I guess. I don't know. I am the silent mouthpiece for the Growler Guys, so find us there. The Growler Guys on Facebook. The Growler Guys Eau Claire on Facebook, I should say. The Growler Guys Eau Claire on Instagram. I'm also out there personally, but that is my avenue for social media is the Growler Guys. We sell a lot of good beer. We do some cool things. And thanks for having me. Brent, Nick,
Yeah,
yes,
for sure.
sir.
go Pack Go. And the Vikings just picked somebody that's probably going to suck again.
Brent, where can they find you?
Find me at Brent Kozel on Instagram.
And you can find me at Hicknaugan on Instagram, and you can find Heated the Podcast at Heated_the podcast on Instagram, and you can find us on Twitter at Heated_podcast, and then you can email us too at heatedthepodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for coming on, boys.
And you can find
you,
us
Thanks for having me.
all on Warzone except for Cody in about 5 minutes.
True.